Today on Queerly Informed, we're going to shift the focus back where it belongs, to two queer creators who are actually asking the right questions. Because right now, everyone is focused on the wrong interview. And this is the kind of conversation that is only possible when you give the mic back to the right people.
Yeah, we want to ask you the question that we ask all of our guests, which is Chapel Roan, what was the culture that made you say culture was for you? So
Um, I think the culture in like all seriousness that made me feel like me was drag.
While the internet is busy dissecting her comments on Call Her Daddy, and yeah, I was frustrated too, why is no one talking about this interview? One that's so much smarter and queerer and grounded and so much more culture? Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang aren't just fans. They're also embedded in the history and context of queer culture, which means that their questions have actual weight, and Chapel is able to respond with substance. She opens up about guinea pig subculture, believing in fairies, and even her roots in queer culture. And when she makes a mistake, she has room to admit when she doesn't have all the context. Now compare that to Call Her Daddy, where Alexandra Cooper asks surface level questions and shies away from the hard moments. That doesn't feel like interviewing. That feels more like brand maintenance. And when you platform off of queerness without context, you reduce it down to an accessory. And when the questions lack context, the answers are going to be flattened or even worse, misinterpreted. If you want to dig deeper into one of the reasons why this might be happening, I highly recommend the video by Swiftologist called Interviews Are Dead, Influencers Killed Them. It explores how influencer-led interviews have traded cultural critique for access, and it gave me a lot to think about beyond just this moment. So yeah, people have every right to be frustrated with Chapel. But if we really care about community, we also have to be willing to shift our focus and recognize when better conversations are already happening and make sure that they get the attention. That means giving the mic to people like Matt and Bowen, people who might know how to hold it. And we, as a community, have a responsibility too, to stop reacting only to the loudest headlines and start intentionally elevating the right people. Not just those with the biggest platforms, but those with the right perspectives that are asking the right questions. Go watch this iHeartRadio video. It barely has any views, and ask yourself why that is. And if you're with me on shifting the spotlight back to where it belongs, stick around. This is just the beginning. Not here to cancel anyone, start fires, or chase clicks. I just think that we need to shift our perspective. Because queer joy is resistance, but so is giving a shit. So let's stay curious and let's stay queerly informed.